Kerala story makes an entry into Karnataka elections. How are the producer and the actor of the film viewing it? Vipul Shah, film producer, is joining me live, and also will be Adha Sharma shortly. Vipul Shah, first day, first show, first day. How did it look like for you? Did it meet the expectations?
Actually, it's way beyond the expectation. We were not expecting the collections to be so strong. We were not expecting it, people to turn up in such huge number, because there was such a strong propaganda against our film. We were attacked from every corner. So it was extremely heartening to see that actually the people of this country, they have decided to connect with this issue that we are raising through this film. And they did not buy into any of the attacks, and they all turned up in huge numbers. And if you look at the evening and the night shows, it's going bumper. So even trade, who was cynic about the film's success or acceptance few days back, today they all have come out with the articles of right from the morning saying that great booking and great response and great numbers for the film. It will create some kind of record.
And
but what's most heartening is
before I move into the politics of it, because this has made entry into Karnataka elections, the state which goes to polls on 10th, Vipul, I want to get a quick view from you on what the Kerala High Court said. Nothing will happen just because the film is screened. The teaser of the film was released in November. What was offensive in the film? What is wrong in saying that Allah is the only God? So many movies have already come out about such organizations. There have been references against Hindu monks and Christian priests in many films. Did you see all this in the way of fiction? So essentially, if it is about fiction, why this entire furor? Are you relieved?
It's a terrific judgment, because it just kind of clarifies our stand, whatever we have been fighting for. And the court has kind of ended this debate for once and for all, at least in our opinion. It's a very, very good judgment, and it has very openly accepted the fact that in the past, there are many films where the religious priests of various religions have been shown in bad light. So I think in that sense, it's a terrific judgment. And it also did not stay the film, so the audiences can go and see the film and decide for themselves. So we all are really relieved. Today there were 12 petitions against the film, 10 or 12 petitions against the film, and none of them got the relief. So we are relieved, and we could release the film and get the kind of response that we are getting now. So it's overwhelming in many senses.
And Vipul, because the kind of judgment that has come in, because the order has raised some questions with regards to these petitions which keep coming with regards to the banning of any film. So do you think that will set the tone for future, in the sense that the point that has been made about ISIS activity, which is a truth as well?
So the main point is that many people who have been questioning that why are these lines, I want to clarify that we have those video footages of the girls, and these are the lines that were told to them. And they have spoken these lines in their testimonies. We have just taken it from those testimonies and put it in the film. Again, the intention was never, we have made it very, very clear time and again that the intention was never to target any community or any religion. It was to just expose the terrorism. And I think our stand has been vindicated by the court today. And that's why they did not get the kind of relief that they were looking for. And we got the relief that we were looking for. So it's been a great day for us. We are really relieved.
Before I continue this conversation, I would like to really tell you that Adha hasn't joined us and we are expecting her to join us any moment. So would you be,
Maria, she is here. I can see her.
you can see her, but we can't.
Really?
Yes, Adha, I can't see you as yet. So I'm going to ask the producer. Adha, can you see me? Hear me?
Yes, I can. I can see and hear you.
Okay, since both of you are on the same ID, perhaps that is the reason. Vipul has sent you the next Zoom ID. If you can join on that one, that will be better.
Okay, let me.
Yes.
I joined that only actually. But...
You've joined
No,
on
I've
that?
seen another one.
Yes. We'll try and
She's
fix
now
this.
Joining on the other.
Yes, so that will be good if you can join on the second one, Adha. But yes, in the meanwhile, Vipul, the point that has been made by the Prime Minister today in Karnataka, where he says that it is the Congress party which has been standing with terrorism, appeasing terrorists by opposing the film. It has become a political talking point.
I think what Prime Minister has done is that he's got the issue right in the forefront for the whole nation to understand that this is a very important issue, and I think that is what we always wanted. We have said it in my last interview with you. I had said that we just want everybody to recognize that there is a huge issue and we need to address it. We need to look at this problem. And today, when Prime Minister speaks about it, the whole nation has heard it loud and clear through all the clutter of all the chaos and accusation, counter accusation, and all of that now is out of the window. And the country listens to him very, very carefully. So when he makes a point, it registers. It now is an issue where it should have been. And I think the country will react to this issue much stronger and with greater awareness. So I think we are very, very thankful to the Prime Minister for doing this, bringing this issue to the fore, which is what we always wanted.
I can see Adha now. Adha, congratulations for what has been a fantastic first day, first show. My question to you would be regarding what the Prime Minister said in Karnataka, that the Congress party has shielded terrorism for years for votes. Do you think this entire allegation against this cinema was largely to do with politics behind it?
Well, when we made the film, we did not make it as a political film or anything. It's an emotional film, and those who are watching it are connecting to the emotion, and that's why the audience is loving it. As far as the Prime Minister commenting on it and saying that it is a film that is about terrorism, like Vipul Shah said, I think that gives us so much gratification, and it almost like validates it because he has said it. So yeah, I'm really thrilled. I'm over the moon.
And what the relief that you've got from the Kerala High Court, this is certainly about that. This is also a work of fiction. I mean, in the sense that a work of fiction which highlights a dark fault line, a fault line which has been brought on the surface, and it's an uncomfortable truth.
Right, but we are telling stories of thousands of girls through the eyes of 3 girls. It's impossible now in a film to tell the story of more than those many girls because we have 2 hours. So even telling you the story of this girl who's telling you about 2 of her friends is, I think we were already, it's such an uphill task to be correct to the subject and tell you everything. However, the girls, the victims, they called me up and they were so touched and they were really happy. So that's another huge validation for me as an actor. And as far as the politics of it goes, I don't know politics. I don't understand politics. As an actor, we're creative people. We understand emotion. And I'm glad that the film is emotionally connecting to everyone watching it. And people are going to the theater to watch the film, yeah.
Vipul, before I let you go, the response that has come is also because this is being viewed from a certain prism. The fact that the Prime Minister spoke about it in Karnataka was because the BJP wants to make it a talking point. This was essentially used to launch a scathing attack against the Congress. What is the response that you have got from the politicians? Is there some view or have certain politicians from Kerala reached out to you? We have seen what Shashi Tharoor and others have tweeted, that this is not our Kerala story. It may be theirs or some work of fiction, but this is not truth.
As far as Mr. Shashi Tharoor's tweet goes, while we were working on the research, we had come across another tweet by him where he had taken some of the mothers of these girls who had gone to Afghanistan to meet then External Affairs Minister Ms. Sushma Swaraj ji. And when we saw that tweet, it encouraged us that what we are doing is actually a big problem, and it's we are in the right direction. So in many senses, we were quite surprised with Mr. Tharoor's tweet when it came. But again, they are politicians and they have to, work on according to their political lines and political ideologies. We will never be able to understand that. We are filmmakers. We want to make our films. We want to, and I believe when you make a subject as powerful as this and as important as this, the political ideologies will clash. Our job is to just go ahead and make a film. So we would like to stay away from the political debate. But the fact that our Honorable Prime Minister has, put this topic right in the center of the nation's debate right now, validates what we always believed. And we are very grateful and thankful to him that he's done it. And through this, I'm sure we will be able to bring a tremendous amount of awareness and save many, many girls from, getting into a trap which is going to destroy their lives. So we are extremely elated and happy.
And Adha, the point that has been made by the Prime Minister has been about that by opposing the film, the Congress party is appeasing terrorists and standing with terrorism.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes. Adha, if you can respond to that question.
Sorry, can you please repeat it? I couldn't hear you.
Yes. So, Vipul, the question that I'm asking is that the Prime Minister has said that by opposing this film, and there are several sections of politicians who are opposing this film, and there are several petitions, as you said, that has been filed in courts across the country to ban the release. The film has been released though. The Congress party is standing with terrorism and appeasing terrorists. These are the words of the Prime Minister.
I'll leave Congress to respond to that, but all I can say and appeal to everybody who is opposing this film so far, that if you now are convinced that this film is against terrorism and not against any community or any religion, please join this fight. Let's save our daughters. Let's save as many daughters as we can. Let's try and end this menace. Let's all join hands, because everybody will bring something to the table. And Congress has to introspect how they want to react to this situation. We are nobody to tell Congress what to do. If the Prime Minister has made such a strong observation, I'm sure Congress will think and they will have to introspect and respond accordingly.
Adha, your thoughts?
Well, I have a film that's released today that people are loving, and the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, has spoken about. So I don't want to get into the politics of it. I don't know. I can't tell somebody react this way or say anything. But I can't believe. I feel like I'm still in a dream where we're getting so much appreciation and love. So.
But Adha, were there more girls who came and told you that, you may be talking about just a few, depicted it through these three girls, but there are several others who wanted to share their stories?
You mean in real life, like
yes.
Real life victims?
Yes,
of course. But a lot of what we put in was a gist also of so many things that, like I told you, I read one of the girls' books, the material that I read, and a lot of instances like now since the movie's out, the way I react to my mother when I meet her after going back from college, a lot of the heinous incidents. In fact, our director even showed me this whole video of these women when they are trafficked. And they're put into this tanker, which is like a washing machine. You stuff the women and children into it, and then when you take them out like clothes in the washing machine. Some of their bones and all are broken, and it's really disturbing. So things like that we saw, I'm glad we were able to put on screen. And also, I think people are getting that it's a really dark subject, it's a really important issue. I mean, people are being drugged with Captagon, amphetamine, and just shipped away, human trafficking. So I think any girl would feel sensitively towards this if she can kind of identify or maybe put herself in that position. What if it could be her or somebody she knew?
Okay, Vipul, last question to you. Do you think the entire controversy happened only because you talked about that number 32,000?
Could be. That could be one of the reasons for people to say that, oh, this is too big a number, and then that could have created some amount of doubt. But I guess today's orders and the intervention of the Prime Minister puts all of that behind us, and the fact that audience is really loving it, and audience is coming in big numbers to see the film, and the kind of love and messages that we are getting is so overwhelming that I think now is the time for people to just go and see the film, and they will find the answers. Everybody who is going to see the film is coming out and saying that this truth has to be shown to the world. So I think that's where I think the debate is now.
All right, Adha and Vipul, thank you so much and all the best.